you'll notice that if you're ever in like a family setting or an environment where you feel super comfortable and people ask you to tell a story, maybe a story you've told like 100 times, all of a sudden you get this like shroud of confidence and you make the whole room listen and tune in because it's like your favorite story or something like that. Or you're super quiet, but that's the one that everybody's like, you want to hear this. Did you know that if you're confident, you can access that power at any moment? People can feel it. They can sense it. Where you start talking, people start listening. You think it's because your story's not compelling enough. You haven't had enough tragedy. You haven't overcome enough. You haven't figured it all out. No, the difference is purely a little touch of self-belief and how that tone comes out of your mouth. That's it. In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 things that I believe are completely stopping your ability to just improve as a person, create impact and positive change around you. And if you're an entrepreneur or in charge of an organization, I think this could stop you from growing and helping a ton of people. Okay, so what am I going to talk about today? Guess what? It's called limiting beliefs. And they come in so many shapes, sizes, and forms, from insecurities to believing that you're not destined to have an impact, or you feel like you can't find your purpose, or you feel like you're overshadowed by other people's success, imposter syndrome. There's like hundreds and hundreds of them, but they kind of all fall under one thing. They're self-limiting beliefs. They're things that you, in your mind, have decided that's the lens that you're going to view yourself through. But what I've learned in life, and what I've learned because I struggle with this a lot, is that how you view yourself will eventually be how other people view you. And it's going to become not just the lens that you view yourself through, but imagine this. It's like almost like a strainer that stops a lot of the good stuff and a lot of the impact that you could have when you go and people are ready to interact with you. They're ready to learn from you. They're ready to do life with you, be in relationship with you. All these things deep down, you think you're not good enough, or you think that you weren't designed for that moment, or you got lucky. Guess what? Eventually the reality becomes exactly what you create up here between those 2 ears, or in that whole, in your heart and in your soul. And so I want to help you fix that, because I believe that my life would look dramatically different if years and years and years ago, instead of seeing myself as a victim or someone who had to, almost find vengeance for how I had been wronged in the world, if I would have just woken up and said, I have a purpose, and I believe that I'm uniquely designed to touch people's lives and impact people in a very, very special way. If I would have said that to myself instead of hoping and praying other people would notice, I think things would look a lot different right now. And so that's one of the main things that I want you to understand in this self-limiting belief is I've got some bullet points that I'm going to go over, and I want you to write them down. I want you to put them on your mirror. I want you to live by them. But before I get to the bullet points, I want you to remember this one key thing, is that those beliefs, the way that you view yourself, they don't just eventually become a reality. Possibly they don't just stop your impact. You wake up one day, and I just don't want this for you. You wake up one day and you feel like you get this whole new way. You feel like you've already missed the boat. You feel like you missed the opportunity. You feel like you missed the things. And so then you have this recurring cycle of if I would have done things different, I could be doing awesome. And then right when you conquer that, you go, but I'm still not awesome, and you go right back to self-limiting beliefs. It becomes this super duper vicious cycle that keeps you out of, I think, the purpose and plan that God has for your life. And not just that, you touching and impacting the people that you were designed to impact in an amazing way. So we're going to fix it. We're doing it today. These are the 3 things that I think you need to do to dramatically transform the way that you see yourself and how you can get people to follow and believe in you and whatever movement you're creating. Okay, so here they are. 1, you have to understand that people are attracted to confidence. So if you're sitting there and you're upset that you're not growing, or you're not seeing results in your business, or you're not seeing your organization growing, it's kind of crazy. If you legitimately just, I don't care if you've got to fake it for a while, if you just had more confidence in yourself, if you just had more confidence in, I may not have a lot and I may not have it all figured out, but I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do whatever I can to impact people and help people and grow and improve and learn. I'm going to do whatever I can right here, right now. And I'm not ashamed of myself in process. Say that. I'm not ashamed of myself in process. Because sometimes this is where we lose confidence, is We have a perfected version of ourselves, and we think that until we can figure that out, that we're worthless. We feel like we don't hold value. We feel like we can't create change. We can't create impact. Can't help people. People won't love us. They won't support us. They won't believe in our vision. They won't believe in us because, well, I haven't figured it out yet. That's not how it works. Whether you're a Christian or not, some of the greatest stories ever told are in the Bible. And you ever heard the saying that God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called? It's one of my favorite sayings because what it means is that deep down, where you are right now, that if you wake up and say, I'm willing to believe in myself, I'm willing to change, improve, and grow from here on out without viewing myself as worthless or a victim of whatever happens in the past or whatever has happened in the past, and you just put your shoulders back, you stand up, you're going to draw an audience. You're going to draw a crowd. And the best part about it is that you are already equipped to change people's lives and improve your own life right now. It might be small. Maybe you're on a sleeper build and you're a freak of nature with Einstein level brain and all these other things. And you might wake up and have this little conversation in your head and change the world tomorrow. Or you might wake up with a little pep in your step and someone's going to notice. One person is going to notice. And that person is going to ask you, what's different? And guess what? That's your opportunity. That's who God put in front of you. It does not always have to be these huge, gargantuan 10,000 person events and we hit 7 figures and 8 figures and we did this and I got a new car and we paid the house off and I called Dave Ramsey and he celebrated me on air. Like all these dramatic moments. Those are amazing, but a little more confidence tomorrow saying I have self-worth and I was designed with a purpose and designed to make an impact with a little swagger in your step. I think you can change your life and those around you. Point 2. I struggle with this one, but not anymore. It's called your leader voice. And what's funny is that you'll notice that if you're ever in like a family setting or an environment where you feel super comfortable and people ask you to tell a story, maybe a story you've told like 100 times, all of a sudden you get this like shroud of confidence and you make the whole room listen and tune in because it's like your favorite story or something like that. Or you're super quiet, but that's the one that everybody's like, you want to hear this. Did you know that if you're confident, you can access that power at any moment? People can feel it. They can sense it. Where you start talking, people start listening. You think it's because your story's not compelling enough. You haven't had enough tragedy. You haven't overcome enough. You haven't figured it all out. No, the difference is purely a little touch of self-belief and how that tone comes out of your mouth. That's it. You know, that's one of the biggest difference between the people that you listen to on a daily basis, let them speak into your life. They're just as jacked up as you are. They have all the same insecurity. They choose to overcome them, attack them head on, and still talk with the leader's voice. I want that for you. That's number 2, your leader voice. If you're given an opportunity to speak, impact, and change people, I want you to throw your shoulders back and I want you to talk like you've been doing it for 20 years. Like I said, a little swagger. I call it CEO swagger. That's what I've been telling my clients lately. I think it's really impactful and you should try it. Number 3, I'm going to read this one, okay? One of the first steps to creating tangible change around you is believing in yourself and knowing that you have a purpose. Now, I know that I said that a minute ago. I kind of snuck it in with people are attracted to confidence and why you should be confident, but I'm going to make sure to put this as the bow on this video, as I like to say a lot. One of the first steps to creating tangible change around you, noticeable change, your life, the peace in your life, the joy in your life, how you show up to work, how you drive to and from places, like all these little bitty nuanced things, they're all going on the side of the equation that creates positive change in your life and the people around you. So you need to know deep down, even if you can't see it and even if you can't feel it, that you have worth. You have a purpose. You were put here for a reason, even if you're not in the right season, and it may not be obvious and you may not know it. You might be terrified of how to pay the bills tomorrow. I'm telling you, you were put here for a reason. You have worth and you have a purpose. Okay. I want you to apply those and say, okay, I was called to make a difference. I'm going to do something. But step 1 is believing in myself, okay? Remember, people are attracted to confidence. Your leader voice is so huge. If you're given the opportunity to speak and you're given a platform, I want you to tell yourself that you're deserving of it and speak like it may be the last one you ever have. Trust me. Number 3, gotta believe in you. Gotta know that you actually do have a purpose and go find it, whether that's through prayer, family, friends, reading, whatever it is. Ask the question, why the heck am I here? What was I called to make better around me? You know, that's what I want you to start thinking about. And what does all this have to do with business and branding and marketing and all those things? It's because it's much easier to market yourself if you actually believe in yourself. Okay? That's today's video. I don't know. Usually I have a fancy ending, but how about you're awesome, even if you don't know it yet. I believe in you. I just want you to believe in yourself. Like, share, comment. Feel free to ask any questions down below. If you're struggling with anything like this, I'd love to talk to you about it. And have an awesome day. Until the next one. Bye, guys.